Right, here I am. I'm at Anne Hawker's and I'm going in to have a chat to her, hopefully find out some visits, walks that I can do in the area, places I have yet to discover. My name is Sylvia Byers, and with my husband we retired to the Bedminster area. We hadn't any intention originally to come this far into Dorset, but my goodness, we found a gem when we moved to Bedminster.
Hello, Anne. Do come in. Looking forward to your visit. I've just this minute brewed up a cup of tea, so do take a seat and I'll be right in with it.
Yes, right-ho. And you've got some maps, I understand, right?
My name is Anne Hawker and I live here at Bedminster. I have lived and worked here all my life.
What I can find. So what I want to find, Anne, is to really extend my repertoire of walks. I seem to go on the same walks all the time, lovely as they are.
Oh, we'll soon give you something different
I'm sure
to do.
you can give me some good ideas.
Now, we're in Dorset.
I think if we lived perhaps in the centre of Bedminster, maybe we'd have explored a bit more. The advantage of knowing people like Anne is she, of course, having lived in Bedminster all her life, is able to give you all sorts of tips on where to go. And we do have a walking group with RWI, which Anne leads. And she's very good on that, because when I was a newcomer, she'd point out all sorts of features on our walks, saying, Sylvia, this is that, this is the other, and she does it for other new members as well. And it's great.
Hopefully I'll take you on some walks. We'll start off up here, I think, at Buckham Down, and see how we go from there. But I've got some nice... There's Edmundcombe Woods.
Yes.
On the Parnham Walk. Right, Sylvia, we'll start our tour today upon Bedminster Downs, which is Buckham Down. Right. On rather a grey day. It's a pity, because on a clear day you can almost see forever up here. And of course right over to the sea, which is the English Channel. There are seats which I think we're going to head down and have a sit for 2 minutes and try and point out a few landmarks for you.
We can see it through the murk.
Definitely.
Shame, isn't it?
Beautiful views over them. Almost as if there's something in the air, isn't it? Damp.
Yes, it's sort of...
horrible. Oh, there's the first buzzard I've seen being chased by a rook.
Oh, down there, yeah.
Yeah. He's gone behind the tree.
Have you got a particular phrase, Anne, that you might use to describe the countryside around here? Because West Dorset is so different to East Dorset, where you get down towards Poole and Bournemouth, isn't it? It's much more rural and unspoilt, I feel.
This is deep in Thomas Hardy countryside.
Wow.
He obviously loved this area because he based his Tessa the d'Urbervilles in and around this area, calling Bedminster as we know it, Emminster, in his book. The air today is typical Thomas Hardy, which you see those misty
it's atmospheric,
scenes in his films. Yes, exactly. It's definitely Thomas Hardy day to day. Yes. Dorset is well known for its link with Thomas Hardy, because he used Bedminster and the surrounding area in quite a few of his novels, and in particular, of course, he based Tessa the d'Urbervilles on this area. And the actress who played the very first Tessa the d'Urbervilles in his stage production of the play in London lived here in Bedminster, which was a lady by the name of Gertrude Bugler, who until only about 9-10 years ago still lived here in Bedminster. On a good day, looking east here, you could see right round to Portland Bill. And then you've got Dorchester, the county town. Looking this way, you're looking west, and you're looking down into Devon.
It's the sweep of the Jurassic
it is the
coast.
The Jurassic coast, yes. Lyme Regis is quite a well-known holiday area, which has a special pier, which is known as the Cobb, and filmed at Lyme Regis was the movie The French Lieutenant's Woman. Right, Sylvia, I think it's time we moved off to somewhere else. We'll head down towards the tunnel, and through the tunnel into Bedminster, take the Bridport Road for about half a mile, stop, and then I'm going to walk you to another favourite spot of mine.
This is a contrast,
yeah,
Anne,
it's
it,
quite a change.
Yes,
just from the top of the downs.
Yeah.
This brings you really into the countryside now. Yeah. We're going to head for Ehrman's grave, which is up on the left-hand side.
Yes.
Going to the Ehrman's grave today, we're a little too early to see all the flowers, but in the spring it's white with snowdrops, and then you get a massive yellow with the daffodils, and it is beautiful. Lovely spot. It's a very smart new gate these people put in. No expense was spared on this. Whoops, there you are.
You can open it from your
horse.
From
the horse, yes, you're on your horse. This is the River Brit.
Oh, right.
Which starts way up on the downs, Beminster Downs, winds its way along. Beautiful waterfall on the way to Netherbury. There's 2 waterfalls. And then eventually this ends up at West Bay, down into the English Channel. Right. We are about 8 miles from the sea as the crow flies. And we are about half a mile out from Beminster Square at the moment.
Which is very weird.
Oh, don't you like us? What's the matter?
I'm very sorry.
Do you want us? Come on.
Is that because I flattered the gate?
No, this is not right. Puffing up the hill to the Ehrman's grave, I can just see the top of the gate on the horizon. Quite a climb up here, one needs to be fit.
Beautiful old trees, aren't there, Anne?
Yes.
Gorgeous trees. Look at the badger sets. Yes.
We've puffed up the hill, quite out of breath. This is the Ehrman's grave where William Rhodes Morehouse is buried and his son Willie Rhodes Morehouse is buried. William was the first pilot to be awarded the VC, but unfortunately his plane was shot as he was on his way back from a flight in Germany. And then further away you have his son, who was Willie Rhodes Morehouse, who again was tragically shot down and killed in the Second World War. Very tragic story.
The spot here is just beautiful. It's very tranquil. It's a very poignant place, but very peaceful.
I think if it wasn't for the likes of the 2 Rhodes Morehouses and other people like them, it would be a completely different place to be living in. They obviously had the same kind of feeling about it, and that's why they both wanted to be here right at the end.